Greetings and welcome back. Season is about to end. We're about to go from spring into summer, and let's make sure we're ready for this. It is the morning, and I have a few more things I wanted to get in before we were done. But I also wanted to talk about the exciting news that I'm sure you've already seen as well, which is that version 1.0 is on the horizon. Now, when I first saw that, I was kind of like, are we actually ready yet? Because there seem to be a few things going on here, and are we really ready to release yet? I expected a few more changes on the way and some more, some incremental changes, but reading it, and you'll see on the screen what's going on. You probably already have been for a while here. You can see that they are talking about the fact that you can conquer regions, which is definitely, I think you'll recall, a thing I did talk about on this channel. In a recent episode, I was talking about that'd be really fun, not regional specifically, but it'd be fun to be able to conquer different areas and that there will be specific zones you can go to and conquer. I'm really excited that that ended up being a thing because I think that will be a lot of fun. Oh, let's see here. I wonder if we did this quest yet. Oh, there we go. Yep. So we got to get this quest going on. Alright, so we'll do this quest and then back on here. So, seeing that there's going to be regions to conquer, yes, I want more of that, because I am excited about there being a little bit of that conquering aspect, or that reclaiming aspect of this. And oh yes, I am for sure going to bring back the Phoenix Down series, and what's going to happen is, I am definitely going to rekindle that story of being the person who crashed on this island, and I want to bring this place back for justice from the people who have oppressed us. So I'm going to start my village in Sasogi, my very first, and then from there we're going to conquer all the lands with reckless abandon. And minimal mercy, of course. For the conquerors, right? We want the people free. I'm looking forward to that playthrough. So when 1.0 comes out, that is going to be my goal. And I would love to live stream that one. I am working on those details, and I appreciate people's patience. And this is kind of like I guess I could give a channel update here briefly as of September of 2024, which is that I do have a Discord ready. I just need to make sure that I have all the details read. I have not run a Discord server before, so this is new for me. All of these things are new for me. So I'm learning as I go. And I'm going to get that thing up and running, and we should be able to share some thoughts, and I'm excited to have that as a release. I'm going to have to put it out as aim as a 1.0 thing. And I'll also have my medieval content on there too, of course. I do want to make sure I'm getting both the games set, so that's my goal. And I'll be looking forward to hearing from y'all. And honestly, I'm curious, in the comments here in this video, please talk about what is the thing that is exciting you the most when we think about this future. I'm happy to see the character generators actually coming. I was a little anxious that that wasn't discussed immediately, and I'm going like, ooh, that's not good. I'm hoping that a little bit of graphic improvements on the way. I'm sure there is. Performance has improved a lot over time. When I think about how the game was early on and where we are now, it's completely different. So really love it. Alrighty, well, I'll tell you what, y'all. I'm just sitting here gathering up people, and I'm gathering up seashells. My goal... Oh man, we need a job for you, don't we? I could always do the well, but I just don't think that that is actually going to pay off. Probably doing fish. Honestly think that that's probably the best bet at this point. Simply because I don't really have a lot of other good options. Yeah, I think fishing is the way to go. Oh, I don't need you doing that. I need the fishing hunting job. Gotta remember to think about that. We're gonna change that job, and we're gonna get you doing the fisherman's workshop. And we want to be saying a hunter, not a forager there. And we could just have you gathering seashells. That's not a bad idea, honestly, because then I can get some a little bit of cash. 40 fish, I'll take it. I want to do this, I want to dial this in. Every once in a while you end up with a jump of 2. Where's my jump of 2? There may not actually be a jump of 2. I'd like to take advantage of that, just if I can get a little bit extra out of it. I'm going to get a little extra out of it. Alright, y'all. I'm going to keep on gathering seashells, and I'll see you at Aratani, and then followed by seeing you at the temple. As a side note, it is really pretty. I love what they've done. The sunrises are gorgeous. The environments look pretty. I mean, I do think this has come a long way. They've done really well. It's really a pretty game, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. As I was on the way, I forgot to mention this area is no, I call this the Iron Sands area, but it's called a mother lode, which I think we can assume is just a mother lode of iron here, but I do get a kick out of the fact that it looks like an iron sands deposit type area. If you think back to playing things like Shogun, Total War the first, and Shogun 2, the iron sands were a pivotal resource when you play your campaign. I remember in Shogun 1, having the Mori clan and being in the northern region, it was really helpful having those iron sand deposits. It gave you quite the leg up. And obviously, historically, those iron stands were a huge part of being able to make weapons early on. But obviously, the technology was the key. The folded steel is such a big deal. Alright, I did go back to the village because I was a little concerned that I didn't have enough. I had too much stuff in my inventory. Now, I am going to sell stuff, and I am going to use these seashells to propel myself here a bit. And I think that that's a good way for y'all to go if you prefer. It's a handy way to be. I just need to get myself in a spot where I can have the meals I need. And I think I just missed an opportunity here. Hold on. I need to get those vegetable meals. Ooh, he doesn't have them. Ooh, that's not going to work out too well, is it? Uh-oh. We might be in a pinch of trouble there. So I think what I'm going to need to do is sell these off. And I think I'll get those veggie meals and be back. Alright, a thought occurred. I think I'm getting too greedy, and I need to slow down. I'm trying to go too fast on that quest. But what I need to do here is I actually need to get the villagers doing the things they need to do. That's what's more important right now. So instead of trying to go crazy with this, it's time to get those axes built. Right? I need 4 axes because I need my villagers to be harvesting the correct amount of... Well, I want them really maxing out the work for carpentry stations. I'm seeing my icons on the top here, and I'm seeing that there's no tools for certain jobs, and I'm going, I did not put that in right. So this is telling me I can get 38 coniferous from this person. That's great. This person's going to get 32 of our premium coniferouses. Let's go back up to our other people and see what this looks like. 38 with a stone axe. So herein lies one of those problems that I'm looking forward to them fixing. Premium conifer, 28, huh? Interesting. Now you're saying I can get 32. Okay, that's a win. And if you're saying I can get 38 with this, let's switch it out, and now you're telling me I can get 43. Okay, now I'm going to assume that that means that the happiness had an impact. Let's go back and let's see here. Nope, because now I'm seeing 43. And I'm seeing 32 here, and that's the same as these two, right? 43 and 32. Let's look at that. There's Akko, where's Aki? They're all at the same happiness level. Okay, so maybe it is implemented. We'll see. I mean, right? We shall see. Okay, that is helping out. Now I have 1 icon left. We should really identify these needs so we don't get stuck. And it says that I should have something that's telling me I don't have a field, perhaps, with a worker. I do have that. I have that going. We have this going. We have the well going. There we go. We'll max that out. Let's max that out. Interesting. Now, y'all, I'm having trouble finding out what this icon is meaning for me for missing something to plant. I'll figure that out and we'll get back to that quest. Made some more veggie meals with some beans and some veggies in the form of leeks. Now we have all this set. And I am sitting here wearing the wrong clothes, so that has to be fixed. I mean, come on, I looted that fair and square. We gotta have that going on. Oops. Then I just dropped my fish. Right. There we go. Now I only need a couple of these, so we're gonna right click and split a stack. And let's go like that. I think I was supposed to have 6 though. Let's just keep splitting. Boom. There's faster ways to do that, by the way. Let's check our needs so we're not doing too much craziness here. It looks like we just barely hit the meal requirement, and the maintenance is a problem. I can always just switch it and have the people use clay. Looks like I'm going to solve this with clay temporarily. In order to do that, I just go into my priorities, and I'm going to check that box. Now we have 780. It's fine. We'll just make do with the clay for now. So we've got a good situation going on. The green just means that we produce more than consumed. The red means that we don't produce, we are consuming. And I got to make sure I match that number on the other side. There we go. Alright, let's finish up some quest line and I'll be done. What is up? I have everything you need. Yeah, right on. Let's go. Is that everything we need? Mm-hmm. Organize the village council, get them drunk so that they're going to be, so their lips are loose. I like it. That's a solid strategy that'll certainly can't end in anything awkward. Alrighty, you. Now, let's talk to you. What do we got to do? Yeah, we'll finish that. Be merry, and then we have to confront him. Oh. Oh my. There's some people in charge that need some talking to. Hey, what's going on, man? Problem with the council? Uh-huh. She told me about the argument, and I'm gonna do the Inari. And I've always liked siding with the Inari as the older goddess. And ooh, make a sacrifice, buddy. Alrighty, and then I'll prepare the sacrifice. I'm hoping in the future that we actually can do something with that. And there we go. Now I'm supposed to get some anesthetics. Don't think we're getting actual anesthetics. We're not gonna knock you out fully, but we are gonna get you some of these drinks to help with headaches. Let's do that. The trick is we have to find the healer who has them. It is not him, it is the young lady. So we'll find her. Well, I love it. You can't just buy it anymore, so that's handy. So some of these quests have changed in such a way that you cannot just simply buy your way out of the problem. I'll keep searching to see if I can find another village, because if I can solve the problem by buying my way out of it, I'm definitely going to do it. So we'll have to come back to her later. Ooh, haha, dodge. Bob weave. Alrighty, and we'll pass by the small construction site, and then it's time to climb this hill to the temple and get our new bell. Well, it turns out that there is handy things on the hill. I will resist every urge I have to crack really bad jokes about turning things up. And I'm not doing it, right? Like you're doing it right now in your head. Maybe. And if not, that's good. You're in the right spot. If you have the time and the desire, it's nice to get some of these bamboo chopped down just because they give you so much more per chop down, and you just need to have an iron axe. And the reason for it, of course, is that I have all those fields. Well, I don't mind making a functional village, and we definitely have a functional village, but it could be nice to have something looking kind of pretty. So my plan here is to, let's get some of these things so we can go back and decorate. And I'm seeing that we have a place of power over there. I'm tempted to see if we can actually get another Way of the Monk point just for going there and meditating, quote unquote. This is a bear region too, which is kind of fun. So we'll see if we end up with a bear. Alrighty. Check. But nothing happened, so we'll just move on. And here's a person. Perhaps a refugee, perhaps selling. You're a seller. Ooh, mining trader. Oh, darn it. I was very much hoping that we would end up with, oh, I didn't bring in my seashells. I was hoping we were going to end up with something handy like, say, blacksmith, and then we could get that schematic. The chisel stone costs too much, but its maintenance value is wonderful. I definitely ran into the bear, and so if I took a direct line, I would run into him, so I had to go around. I'm not exactly in a position to try to hunt the bear just yet. Still haven't made that bow. Even though we have the hunter's cabin, it appears that I prefer to make myself venture out in the wilderness and be in danger. Now I see that I have a large collection of refugees here. I have 2 that I can take on. I should say large, and then I realized that's not exactly that large. I can hire on those people, but what I'm going to do, if I choose to hire them on, I'm going to hire them on after my villagers take care of their needs. And the reason for that, of course, is I don't want to pay for them. So first and foremost, let's buy off the things we want. I do think it's important here to buy the Jizo statue if you don't already have a way of getting it, because we're going to make our first shrine, and it's going to help to have one of those to do so. I think we actually need 2 of them, because we're going to build the small and then the medium, and I want to level those up immediately. The other items here you can choose to do whatever you want with, but these are the things I know I want. And from there, it's time to get our bell and see the monastery. I'm looking forward to having our own large house, because I definitely saw in the description of what's changing, I saw that you can have a manor, and I am all about having my own manor. We're going to rescue the people, and then we're going to start our own manor for the people. Yes. So there we go. We just unlocked a number of great things that we can take advantage of. I would take on these villagers now, but honestly, all it would do is cost me a little extra, and I don't want to cost myself a little extra because they aren't going to do much for me before the end of the day. So, we'll wait. Okay, so they don't allow you to buy any of the really effective items, and that's good. I like that. It's nice that you have to progress in your village from this point. That's handy. Let's see where we're at. Level 10 is good. Level 10 puts us at a nice, handy thing. We should complete special projects and undo your record population. Fine by me. With this, I want to figure out how we can do our next steps. We really just need to make the next jump in things. So why don't we go back home and start taking care of some other business here. I do want to make a shrine to Inari, honestly. That's kind of the way I want to have my village go. But as I remember with the unlocks, at least currently, the unlocks for advancing the spiritual tree for buildings, you need to build the Jizo one. It doesn't count if you build the other. I do still need that smithy. I mean, honestly, that's the only thing right now that I'm missing. Although, I say that, but when you look at everything I need to do here yet, I still need to finish building this up. I have... Oh, let's see here. Population-wise, there we go. Perfect. That's pretty handy timing. Because now what we can do is we can take on our people. And then, boom. Now we've got more folk that we can bring in. Let's see here. I only have 2 more slots left, so we'll go ahead and give you a spot there. I'm not going to employ you just yet because I'm looking at what buildings I need to add. Where are we at now? We're closer, but we're not quite there. That's a lot of people. We could finish special projects that happens across the boundary of seasons, which is right now. It would not be a bad idea to do that. I never did switch over my person to fruit logs, which is a bit of a problem, so I'm going to have to deal with that as we go forward. And that is a little bit of I have a minor regret on that one. I would like to have actually started this process earlier. So 26 of these means that in 2 rotations we are done dealing with maintenance, and that's fine. We'll get there. And since our village inventory is shared, I don't have to walk up here and have the thing I need. I just need to get up here. Leather. Yeah, that's gonna be the thing. Ooh, I need way more feathers. So that's something I can definitely have my hunter take care of, and I will be doing that. I have a new person, and he can take care of that. We can get a lot more arrows that way. Leather is a slight problem. It is expensive, and I do not have a tailor's workshop. Not only that, but once you build the tailor's workshop, you still have to make the tanning vat, and it's not exactly just a congratulations, you can do it. It's a technology. It's hidden behind technology. So when we look, here's the tailor's workstation. We have the tailor's station. Let's go to furniture and let's see where things are at for that. This is the thing I need, a tanning vat, but it's unlocked and it's hidden behind level 12. That's a problem, right? I mean, that's not, I can build the tailor's workshop all I want, but I'm not at a spot where I can do anything with it. All right, with this, I have made some planks because I noticed that I'm a little low on planks. So we have a ton of conifer planks. I also made a bunch of deciduous planks. And what we're going to do here at the end of the season, and obviously it wouldn't be a bad idea to finish up one of our projects. Actually, ooh, I just realized something. I just realized that if I don't finish one of the special projects, I actually don't finish a quest line. And that is a bit of a problem. Ooh, no sticks. Sticks. Okay, we've got a plan here. We gotta get rolling. Oh, no more sticks. Alright, we're gonna try to work against the clock here, because what's happening is I forgot to finish my special project. That is a bit of an issue, because this finishes up a quest line. And I want that quest line done. I also want to be sure that we get the experience for it, right? Like that, there's a huge amount of things that are related to this, right? Okay. Alright, we want to get all of our resources in there. All the planks are good. 8 more logs. Let's go. Alright, got the logs in here. We just need a worker, and we're going to put Tajiro. Now, I mean, you can do whoever you want, but it's always nice to bring Sayuri here, just because this is the thing she wanted to do. Or you can do it for her. It's up to you. But this will allow us to get the special project complete, and we are done, and it tells us how many seasons to go. Oh boy, this was close. Wait, it's telling me I'm not done yet, though, doesn't it? Let's take out that hammer there. Yeah, there you go. Weird, it's giving me the 12 out of 20, but it does say I have a worker, so I'm going to assume that we're okay. Wow, let's go with it. Oh, that was close. The reason for that one, if I don't get that one done, I don't get my free 1,000, and I want that, right? Let's see here, do we want to bother with any of these things? No, we're at the end of the season. I'm going to go finish up some of the village, and we'll just call it even there. I could, in theory, chop down these fruit trees, but I just don't want to ruin the beauty here, right? Between seasons, when we see this, we know we've completed a special project. So, good to know we got that done. We should have a bonus experience of 1,000. And next season, we can just take on 2 people and we'll be unlocking the techs we want. Here at the start of summer, I noticed I didn't have any straw, so I quickly made a drying rack, which you could easily do. And then you can make straw rather fast. So now that takes care of another one of our storages we were missing. We need to go to Toshichi, and we need to make sure we get that set. I am also no longer starving my character to death, you might have noticed, which is probably a huge bonus for him. I think he's happier. I think so, anyway. Let's gather up some of our things here and head into town, and also maybe just consolidate, right? I also want to start on... It's time for us to start on growing some things that are important for us. For example, I need to get canola online because I want to be sure that we can get oil made. That's going to be a handy thing to do. We could do fish into oil, but I just think the canola route is a much more efficient route and nicer route because it's just you farm it and you go and you can make a lot of it. You can get quite a bit, thank you very much, from that. So we'll go that route. I also want to make sure my storages match up. Alright, now we talked to him, we've finished up our quest line here, and that's awesome. Oh yeah, the Onibaba part. We're not going to do that part yet. By the way, when you do this particular part of the quest line, spoilers, but really small spoilers, you're going to get a really fun flyby of the entire map, and I think it's worth waiting. And then doing that flyby when you have a village you really want to check out. And don't build in a location that it doesn't fly over, because I've done that. And yeah, it's kind of sad. Now, if I remember right, we get to be a little cheesy here. Let's see here, how close are we to our next level, though? I don't think it's worth it for this. We should probably just take on 2 more people. So no, we're not going to do that. What we'll do instead is, let's take on some people. Wait. Are they here? Nope, no refugees here. So we'll go back to Nakatsu, and we're going to hire on this person who's standing here. You will notice that I have a lot of jobs unfilled right now, and I'm kind of just making things happen, and I'm not worrying about it. Part of that is, I know that they aren't going to finish work till the end of the day, so I don't need to rush. So I'm just kind of throwing people into places. I want to get... I'm really aiming at getting this cooking pot so I can finish things, and also the tanning vat, because then we can finish things. Also in a spot where I really want to have a bow. Like, that's just it. I want to have that bow. Let's see what we can get out of these people. You're the wrong dude. We can buy the smithy. Now when we buy the smithy blueprint, it saves us a little time, and watch this, I'll just sell it right back to you. Good to go. 1 iron shovel is only 1, and I'm going to need way more than that. So we're not in a spot where you can take care of that. But we did just save ourselves a little bit of time by now we've unlocked the smithy, and now I can just build it. I don't have to wait till level 12 in my dynasty, which is convenient. It is going to put us in an odd place just because we can't build the Tatara. And then, oops, I just totally dissed you. That was super offensive. Man, just totally dissed that lady. Like, oh, did you hear of any refugees that need a home? Bye-bye. Rude. There we go. Now we got it. Tanning vat time. I'm going to need me some fur. probably should think about feeding my character. I keep making this guy starve and not feeding him, and he just is losing health, and I'm not even dealing with it. Oh man. Well, anyway, it's a new season, new day. Let's continue here where we left off. Okay, we have the blacksmith's anvil, and this is kind of a big deal, because watch this. We are about to run into the end of this day. The character's starving to death, and I really should probably do something about that. Uh-oh. I need more stone. Okay, step one, we're gonna feed our character. This poor man. This poor guy. He's been just sitting here, just trying to eat, and he's starving to death, and it's terrible. And I'm also holding way too many of these items that I do need to get back in there. Oh my goodness, I'm just coming up on this boundary so fast. Alright, anyway, this is what we gotta do. We've got to craft a ton of these. So in the background, he'll be crafting. Y'all, let's look at what's up in the Q&A section that just came out. So it looks like some of the things that are standing out for Q&A, and as I said earlier in the video, and I know people have said too in the comments, is it feels like it's coming out so much faster than it was than I think we thought, right? I thought there was a lot more steps along the way, although this Q&A gets me thinking that there are more updates in the process and that there are more steps coming. So we craft different weapons. Yeah, there will be tiered weapons and specified combat and economic stats, so that's interesting. I'm curious how that plays out though. Where are those weapons gonna feel really like worth it, like difference wise? Are they gonna feel like they're relevant to be like, is it really that much different than I just have a Yari or an upgraded version of a Yari, right? Like, am I really worried about that? Boom, by the way, look at that, 1600 now that I just cooked that up. Okay, now we got to take care of heating, of course, because that's a little bit of a problem. I definitely need the charcoal furnace, that's for sure. We don't have a lot of logs left, so we're just going to churn and burn through them, and we'll have these people producing more. Now, I probably should be sure that I have some fruit logs on the way. Will there be more mythology plan like yokai? I was very intrigued by that question, and I do love that somebody put that out there, because that is neat. Thinking about how the mythology could have been taken in another way, that there could be some... Ooh, darn. I am so close on heating, that's bad. That there could be maybe some mythological aspects to it, that you could have to fight maybe demons and beasts, right? I did find that to be an interesting question. I appreciate that they're going to go with the more realistic approach, which, yeah, they probably could have taken another mythological approach, but that could be modded at some point too. Let's see here, select from different weapons. Yeah, they're saying there's other weapons. I'm still curious what that's going to look like, right? I am optimistic. I'm optimistic, right? Like, that's my thing. I'm going to be optimistic. We're not going to be able to get the bevies, so we're just going to deal with that. But we have enough other... Oh, is it telling me that I honestly can't get the happiness up? Dude, what are we missing that we need to... Interesting. So it's telling me I am stuck and I will not be able to upgrade my happiness. I don't know about that. Let's see what we can do here real quick about health. What can I do real quick about medicine? Purchase and unlock. Okay, let's see here. I can do this, but I don't have any sake. Let's try it. What do we get out of this deal? Ooh, unfortunate. Ooh, unfortunate. Lotus root. We're gonna go for that. Alright, let's try to solve that quick by going and getting Lotus. Anyway, are there more more enemy villagers? And also, I'm seeing that not just enemy villagers, but also wandering bandits. So that could be fun. I mean, I definitely feel like that's a thing that is interesting in Medieval Dynasty. Not that these two have to be compared, but I mean, I am also going to mention I'm going to mention that too, and obviously you all are thinking it too. It's hard not to compare when it's something that, you know, it's in a similar vein, and obviously made by the same publisher, or at least funded by the same publisher to some degree. Anyway, so I do love the fact that we'll see bandits on the road that will be interesting, I think, and fun to deal with, right? But also, hopefully not obnoxious, right? Like, that's the key. Hopefully not to an obnoxious level. Now, will we have more clothing items and things like that? Yeah, that's good to see as well. And will there be festivals around religious ceremonies, things like that? That's cool to see that there's some thought around that. But as to how much of that degree will be there, not sure. It's unfortunate that there won't be creating your own festival, but I do love that there will be some kind of in it. I do like that we'll be able to get a home from Mata and Toshichi, because that does feel good. And then will we have different looking villagers? Yeah, and that's kind of like the update where they want to do the character customization update. And I'm excited about that one because I know people are looking forward to having a female lead, and this is a possibility once we get that in there. So that'll be good. Looking forward to that. Did we get it? We got it. Okay, cool. Finally. Now we got the maintenance. We got the needs taken care of, y'all. Ooh, that was tight. I'll be honest with you. I had to do a retake on this particular part of the video 2 different times because I kept trying to talk about the update at the same time as doing the work in the background. And I'm going to tell you right now, apparently I can't do 2 things at once. Let's just be real. Alrighty, I'm going to say that this person's going to do some straw here. I need straw. Like, that's just a thing. Now, I am going to go over the amount that they've got. It's okay. What I'm going to do is collect some more grass here. Okay, anyway, so I am excited that the character customization will be there. I am looking forward to having people who don't all look the same, obviously, in the village, because, you know, they all look the same in the village. And that's part of the whole early access thing, right? That will be nice to see. It'll make the village feel more real. I did see in here also, and I'm sure you did as well, they have a global cap of 100 villagers, and that seems to be more like I'm guessing, a performance issue, right? Where at some point, you don't want to have too many villagers doing too many things because it'll turn into just chug, 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 lag, lag, lag. But it is interesting because I have never hit 100 yet. I've kind of just stayed small and I restart all the time. That's my problem, is I love the start, right? Like, that's my favorite thing. Now, I do love the fact that there's going to be that regional conflict. And I talked about that earlier in the video. That is definitely exciting to me. I want to do that conflict. I want to do like that justice, that bringing back the land for the people. I love that aspect and that storyline that I'm thinking through. So definitely excited about that. All right, we got to drop those things in here. Nice. Okay, finally got to the end of the season and feeling like we might have gotten it in a good way. I do want to double check that I've got somebody, thank goodness, somebody's making fruit logs, and I'm going to close out the video by showing that idea because I don't want to miss out on that one. Because you are noticing right here that my priorities for maintenance, I am just churning through the clay and I'm about to have no clay at all. And that's a problem, right? Because I want to build things and I'm going to need some clay for that. So let's see what happens when our day ends. Wow, let's make some more tools while we're waiting. I'm guessing we're going to have this change happen quick. Now, I need to unlock the furnace, obviously. And to tell you what, that is the spot that we're kind of stuck here. Because I want to make sure we get to that point. And let's see here. We have our things automatically tool slotted. Love it. Gonna go get some clay from the Sasogi region. I do think that that's going to be important for me because I'm about to build another water field and I'm missing some of that. Can I be honest? I am really excited about getting Mata and Toshichi a home. That guy, who knows about that guy? I am also, the thing that really gets me the most excited is obviously the regional conflict idea, because that's different. Now, another piece in here that they talked about was, well, will I be able to have actual dynasty progression, right? Like, can I have a wife or a husband, and can we have a family, and can we do things like that? Can we actually have the dynasty progression idea? And I do appreciate that they're asking that question, because, you know, that stands out, right? Here we have the clay, by the way. We needed more clay, and now we got it. It's time to do the maintenance thing, too. That is something that really stands out to me as a concern, is you know, this is Sengoku Dynasty. We do need to have that progression, right? Like that idea that we continue on down our line for, you know, inheriting this land, right? We're going to conquer this and then ideally have that person take over and then have a family a lot. Like, and again, not trying to compare it to Medieval Dynasty, but obviously it's going to be. Having that ability to pass things down the line just like in Medieval Dynasty, because it's going to feel more like it was worth the effort to get there. I think they'll have trouble with pacing with that one, honestly, though, because if you just start the game out and you go straight to combat and you're able to kind of figure your way out around the AI easily, well, then you're going to have an easy time conquering the land. Alright, so I debarked all of the fruit logs. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to planks and I'm going to get fruit planks. The fruit planks are only for maintenance for me. This is the only reason I make them, and it just does the job. It gives you the most bang for your buck, if you'll allow that term. It allows you to get the most maintenance value per plank, which is handy, and also allows me to kind of not think about maintenance at all in the background. And when we think about it, I don't want my people using clay, since I really don't want to use... I want the clay for making my fields, right? Alright, y'all. The last thing on here, I keep forgetting to say the thing, and there it is, like, glaring in front of me, and I mean to say it, is, there's going to be Council Edition, right? Like, that's super cool. By the way, look at that. Maintenance of 2,125. Okay, let's go to the priorities and let's turn off clay, because no, I don't want you taking clay anymore. So we have 156 planks, and it gets me 1,404. We're going to be okay for a long time. Now I can actually, well, I could probably take my job, and I can tell Akko to do, no, you're doing coniferous. I can probably tell you to do a few less of these logs. And then what I'll do is, unfortunately this is going to take another tool. I'm going to add conifer because I want to get some more logs for firewood. That's my thing right now. As a closing thought, one thing that it kind of stands out in my mind that I want to remind myself of, and I'm hoping it's the same story here, is that when I play Medieval Dynasty, it's been a while since it's been released, right? It's been a while since it's been a 1.0 release. It's been a while since it was, you know, officially taken off of its beta branch and gone into main play. And, you know, they've done a lot to it since they released it. And I even went back to test out the Valley, because somebody had asked about, well, you have the best start video for the Valley, and I had realized I haven't played the Valley in quite a while. I should probably check it out. And when I looked at the Valley, since I had last played it, honestly, it has changed a lot. And I'm hoping, and I'm optimistic, that the same story is going to happen for us in Sengoku, is that even if they're releasing it now, and it's kind of like a, are we ready? That there's still going to be the plans to continue that work, and that it's not over just because it's 1.0. So I'm definitely, you know, optimistic of that. I think the devs have put in a lot of hard work into this one, and I'm hoping that that continues onwards. So I'll be optimistic for that. By the way, in the night here, you'll see I finished up some of the work here. I wanted to get another water field, so we have that going. Now we have lots and lots of rice. Thank you for that, because we need lots and lots of food. Alrighty, next steps are the mining camp, and then to build the second village area. Take care.